It is Wednesday, December 17th.
Give yourself a little bit extra time to get to work or wherever you're going.
A parking ban is in place and the plows are ready as the city prepares for a blast of snow and wind. We are anticipating another slow commute through the city.
This is an incredible hit to Alberta's economy.
Skate Canada says it will no longer hold national and international events in Alberta because of the provincial laws regarding transgender youth.
It's definitely different. Super weird.
Stuart Skinner's Pittsburgh debut spoiled by the Oilers and a former teammate reaches a major milestone. Your morning starts right now. Welcome to your Wednesday morning. Nice to have you here as we start things off, and we have a bit of a calm going on before what we're expecting to be a bit of a snowstorm, Corey. We've been anticipating this overnight, and it looks like maybe we escape the morning commute without much snow, but it's coming.
It is coming, and we've already seen the wind kick up a little bit ahead of this little Alberta clipper that's been forming. And so as we go throughout the morning, the wind's already kicking up. We've got snow coming our way. It looks like around 7:30. It will be heavy at times, and then after that, we've got cold days in the forecast. Lots to talk about as we go throughout the next 3 hours. Kim, what's coming up in the next half hour?
Yeah, and to escape the cold, we are actually in California for Kent Celebrity Real Estate this morning. One star selling a piece of their compound to a different celebrity. Guess who it is coming up in a few minutes. First, the news you need to start your day. Kent, back to you.
Thank you, Kim. So a parking ban is in place this morning as the city gets set for piles of snow and chilling wind. Upwards of 20 centimeters is expected today. To prepare, the city issuing the parking ban for major roads and bus routes. Both city and private plows will be out trying to clear roads and sidewalks.
As always, take your time, give yourself a little bit extra time to get to work or wherever you're going. And as always, give our crews room to work, and we can get those roads as clear as possible for you.
There are also weather warnings to the northwest, the east, and the south. So everybody bracing for this. Let's bring Corey back in for a further look as we track this towards Edmonton. Where are we at now, Corey?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have the best radar image coming in right now. It kind of cuts off around Seba Beach. It looks like there's a big wall where the snow is, so we're not getting the best image of how close it is to the city. But what we are seeing weather warning-wise, lots. Northern areas of the province, so Fort McMurray and areas to the north, there is a cold warning in place. So that cold air coming down, being pulled down. Temperatures closer to -30, wind chills -30 to -40. And then we've got a snowfall warning northwest of the city. We are included in this up towards Grand Prairie, 10 to 20 centimeters. Icefields Parkway, Jasper to Banff, upwards of 50 centimeters. So we are in that. And then areas to the east, we've got a winter storm warning, even stronger winds than what we're expecting to see. We could see gusts around 40 kilometers per hour. Could be even stronger, 60, 70 for areas to the east and to the southeast. So winter storm warning, not as much snow, but blowing snow, reduced visibility. And then Sylvan Lake, Red Deer, all the way down to areas just north of Calgary, a blowing snow warning. So traveling east and west, north and south, not going to be good today. We'll keep an eye on this as we go throughout the morning and see how close it is to the city when that radar image does start to clear up a little bit, Kent.
Okay, Corey, thank you. Well, Skate Canada says it will no longer be holding national and international events in Alberta because of the province's Alberta Fairness and Safety Sport Act. The law restricts transgender athletes from participating in female-only sports. Skate Canada says it's unable to host events in the province while maintaining its standards for safety and inclusivity. The decision applies only to national and international level events. In a statement, Alberta Sport Minister Andrew Boychenko says provincial rules keep girls safe and competitions fair. Alberta Senator and 2S LGBTQ advocate Chris Wells says the law harms trans athletes, which is why the government preemptively invoked the notwithstanding clause of the Constitution to prevent legal challenges.
There's no science behind the UCP's ban of trans athletes. In fact, if they were so confident in the legislation, they would have allowed it to go to court.
This decision does not affect the ability of Alberta to participate in Skate Canada programs and competitions. No upcoming national or international events are scheduled to be held in this province. Police are looking for the driver of a pickup truck involved in a multi-vehicle hit and run that sent 5 young people to hospital. The crash happened just after 9 yesterday morning on 132nd Avenue and 86th Street. Police say the driver of a Dodge truck hit a Honda CRV with 4 teens who attend O'Leary High School inside. Their vehicle was pushed into another car with a woman and child inside. That car then hit 2 parked vehicles. 1 teen suffering serious injuries. The others were treated in hospital with minor injuries. Now, the truck is described as an early 2010s black Dodge Ram with front end damage. Anyone with information should call Edmonton Police. The province has given a St. Albert daycare a probationary license. In a press release, the government spokesperson says St. Albert Daycare Centre at 6 Cunningham Road had ongoing compliance issues with provincial standards, including supervision. The Ministry of Education and Childcare is imposing a safety plan to ensure adequate supervision of the children at the centre. Daycare staff have until March 13th of next year to meet provincial standards, or the license will be revoked. The Edmonton Oilers rolled into Pittsburgh last night to take on their recent trade partner, the Penguins. The Oilers' new goalie facing off against their old goalie. Before the game, Connor McDavid with some love for Stuart Skinner, seeing each other for the first time since Skinner was dealt on Friday. Starting for Edmonton, Tristan Jarry, who spent a decade in the Penguins organization. Skinner joked that the 2 goalies should have swapped helmets. Oilers get to Skinner on the power play midway through the first. Zach Hyman puts the loose puck home. Leon Draisaitl's assist is point number 1,000 of his career. The team celebrates on the ice as Skinner watches on. Just seconds after that, it's McDavid who cuts through basically everyone, and he makes it 2-0 for the Oilers. 6-4 is the final. Tristan Jarry gets the win for the Oilers. Skinner making 22 saves in his Penguins debut.
It was definitely different. Super weird, like taking a nap and thinking that I'm playing the old team. So, but yeah, so the first period, I feel like for the first 5 minutes, I kind of had to settle my game in and calm my mind down. And as the game went on, I think I did a better and better job at that.
Regarding Draisaitl's 1,000 points, Skinner said congratulations, but wished it was against somebody else. Draisaitl had 4 points on the night. Oilers are now headed to Boston for a game tomorrow. What a tricky one for Oilers fans yesterday, Corey, because a lot of love for Stuart Skinner in this city. Yeah. He's from Edmonton. I don't know who people are cheering for. I guess the Oilers. Yeah,
you want to see him succeed, but you also want the Oilers to win, and it's
tough spot last night.
For
tough
sure.
spot, but a little bit of a tough spot for drivers likely today throughout the city and the region with all the snow you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. And let's take a look at the radar right now. I'll show you what I was talking about, where it's just cutting out the image. Sangudo down towards Seba Beach, and then southeast of Drayton Valley. This line there is not a wall. It's actually just the radar image cutting out, but we can see it north of there into the southeast. So expecting some of that to be east of Seba Beach and Wabamun. So not the best image to start the morning off with, but we are expecting that to come into the Edmonton area. Right now, cloudy, -13, feeling like -20. At the airport, -14, feeling like -22. So the wind kicking up, making it feel colder, and that wind is going to be bringing in that snow, and that snow is going to be blowing around when it does make its way into the city. So might see some reduced visibility. Wind gusts around 40 kilometers per hour. Our temperature dropping through the day. -17. Heaviest snow looks to be midday, and then it will ease as we go in throughout the supper hour. Wind will ease as well. Totals 10 to 20 centimeters. And then tomorrow, -21 to start, -12 for high. Thursday overnight into Friday morning, we could see some more snow, and then -20 Friday. So colder days to follow after today, but we will keep an eye on that snow as we go throughout the morning, Kim.
All right, thank you very much, Corey. The Salvation Army was on the front lines this week. It's making sure families who might go without are receiving toys at Christmas. This is one of the many distribution locations for the toy program. Each one is set up to let clients choose gifts for their children.
We recognize Christmas isn't always easy for people, so a chance to have that human connection. And then, of course, we send over gift cards and talk about toys. And then they come in here, meet their elf, and go shopping.
At this one location, more than 200 families in need receive toys and gift cards. The Salvation Army helps achieve this through partnerships with toy angel businesses and schools in the Edmonton area. Well, a basic yet eye-catching Christmas display has been set up in North Edmonton. It's a nod to a classic Christmas movie and a tribute to family. Sean Kearns hangs this lone, large red ornament from a roadside tree on 58th Street. He does it in late November before his parents visit from Nova Scotia. Kearns says this tree has the perfect lean to replicate an iconic scene from his mom's favorite Christmas movie.
Growing up, my mom's favorite Christmas holiday movie was Charlie Brown Christmas. It doesn't need anything else unless I could get a big blue blanket to go around the bottom, of course.
This is the second year in a row Kearns has done this. And it's at 6:10 right now. From the Kearns to the Reinhardts over in Camrose. One iconic movie to another. You see that Michael Jordan cutout. That is a nod to Home Alone, of course, that amazing part. Christopher Reinhardt in Camrose, you are one of our semi-finalists. Congratulations. Your display is fantastic. Not only because you're sharing it with the rest of the neighborhood, but we've been able to share your location with our viewers through the text line. People have been able to visit and take pictures throughout your yard. He has shoveled a pathway for people to come through and take photos, and we really appreciate that. Christopher, congratulations for being one of our semifinalists. It's a great display, Ken.
Absolutely.
Even just that Michael Jordan cutout, like just that little touch right there, just shows how much he's so into the Christmas spirit.
It'll probably have to be hard at work shoveling more paths.
Totally.
The next couple of days because of all the snow that's coming. But
midday we're going to see it for sure.
Oh, that is fun stuff for the neighbors. And that's been the best part about celebrating this, is just what people do for their community to enjoy it.
Yes. And we've also talked about in a story yesterday, a psychologist says having that ambient lighting in the evening, it does something to help your circadian rhythm. It helps something to make yourself feel good.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody who's been doing that. Looking forward to showcasing the winner later this week. So we're monitoring traffic right now. Just partly snow-covered, icy conditions reported on the Henday and the Yellowhead. We're anticipating this snowfall to be coming sometime during the morning commute and throughout the day. So we will closely update you on traffic throughout your morning. Still ahead, caught in the crackdown, more Canadians being detained when trying to enter the United States. Plus, the latest on charges laid against Nick Reiner in the death of his parents, and more stories of heroism during the terror attack in Australia.
Here's a look at your Edmonton gas prices, coming down slightly from yesterday. The average gas cost $1.14.5. Highest gas price, that hasn't changed. It's still $1.21.9. And also not changing is the cheapest gas, the Dome on Prince Elizabeth Avenue, 98.8 cents a liter.
Gas prices brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Charges have now been laid against the surviving suspect in Sunday's mass shooting at Bondi Beach. And Australia's New South Wales Parliament has been recalled to address tougher gun laws.
On the 22nd and 23rd of December, the government will call back the New South Wales Parliament to deal with urgent legislation that we believe is required pre-Christmas to keep the community safe and ensure there's unambiguous laws in place when it comes to public safety.
One of the reforms up for debate is the proposed limits on the number of firearms a licensed person can own. One of the two shooters accused of killing 15 people had his firearms license and legally owned 6 guns. The 24-year-old surviving suspect was charged after waking up from a coma at a Sydney hospital. The charges include 15 counts of murder, 40 counts of causing harm with intent to murder, along with a terror charge. Authorities say the attack was inspired by the Islamic State group.
Boris attacked one of these terrorists as he got out of the car, and that caused Mr. and Mrs. Gurman, who'd been married for 60 years, to lose their life.
A couple and another man were killed after physically confronting the attackers, both being honored for their heroic efforts. The couple in their 60s were filmed tackling one of the two gunmen as he exited his car. They've been identified as Boris and Sophia Gurman. Reuven Morrison was also identified as a victim. He threw bricks trying to stop the shooters before he was killed. Nick Reiner is expected to make his first court appearance today, facing murder charges for the deaths of his parents.
Every single inmate goes through a medical clearance before they can be transported to court. Every one of them. Okay. And that's a process. It's just a procedural issue. And he has not yet been medically cleared.
Nick Reiner is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. Officials say he was arrested without incident hours after the bodies of Rob and Michelle Reiner were found in their home. Police say a knife was used, but did not confirm if a murder weapon was found. At this point, we do not know much about the motive. If convicted, the charges carry a life sentence, possibly the death penalty. New data shows more Canadians are being caught up in the immigration crackdown in the United States.
From what I've seen, we're looking at very minor criminal infractions, but sufficient to attract the radar of U.S. enforcement.
According to numbers released by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, known as ICE, more than 200 Canadians have spent time in custody at some point since January, compared to 137 people in 2024. At least 6 of those detained were children. 94 were detained for not having valid visas. Experts say in the past, those people would have been just denied entry and not detained. It's time for us to take a break. We'll be right back.
School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
622, minus 13 here in the city. Take a look at the areas to the north of us. There's a cold warning for Fort McMurray, Fort Chipewyan, minus 31 and minus 38. Let's factor in the wind. Their wind chills, minus 35 and minus 40. For us here in Edmonton, we are feeling like minus 19. Here is your school day forecast brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equals a stronger Alberta. Our temperature will drop through the day today. We'll settle in around minus 17, and it looks like we'll start to see the snow probably within the next half hour or so. Not the best radar image. We'll take a look at that shortly. There's the cold warning in the north, so areas north of Slave Lake and north of Lac La Biche. Temperatures around minus 30, wind chill values as low as minus 40. Grand Prairie, Grand Cache to us here in Edmonton, snowfall warning 10 to 20 centimeters. Add in some even stronger winds than what we're expecting. You've got a winter storm warning to the east. Red Deer areas north of Calgary, there is a a blowing snow warning. So if you're heading south, east and west, conditions probably not great as we go throughout the day today. It'll be better to the east to start off, but the snow is coming in from the west. Not the best satellite image right now. We've got the just being cut off right around Seba Beach, but we can see it north towards Westlock, south of Leduc. So probably seeing that snow not too far from the city right now. We will see it move through as we go throughout the day today, and then easing in and around the supper hour. Temperature dropping off 10 to 20 centimeters with the wind. Probably not the best visibility at times, especially around the lunch hour.
Hello there, Kara Wagland inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Tuesday. And for it, we take you to Pittsburgh. Oilers and Penguins, we've seen this one before. Connor McDavid picking up a whole lot of speed past center ice. Blows by all 4 Pittsburgh defenders. Undresses his former teammate Stuart Skinner. I mean, just an unbelievable goal from McDavid, using that elite speed we know and love to break through and finish off in style. Add that to his already long highlight reel. It is your must-see moment from Tuesday. And coming up tonight on TSN, we have World Juniors pre-competition action. We have Canada taking on Sweden. Puck drop for that one gets underway at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now from SportsCenter. Have a great day.
TSN Must-See Moment, brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
We are in California this morning. One celebrity selling a piece of their compound to a different celebrity.
Okay.
Compound.
So now they're neighbors, and also neighbors with royals.
Oh.
It's a whole happy family, you'd hope. It's in Montecito, California, part of a 66-acre compound.
Wow.
Yeah.
Charming, though,
Yes,
this
yes.
piece at least.
That's the kind of thing you can have when you're a billionaire.
Oh, my.
Here's the piece of the puzzle that just sold off. Spanish Revival Ranch.
Lovely.
is this piece.
So are they a celebrity because just they're super rich and they're well known, or are they a celebrity because of acting and singing?
Let's listen to the clues, shall we, Corey?
Can't.
Just let the rest of the class listen.
This looks familiar. Have we seen this? No, we haven't.
We've seen some Spanish revival ones.
Yeah, this has been restored and renovated over the 6 years that the seller has owned it. 2 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 3,500 square feet of living space. Nice place to curl up with your book club. Or watch TV if there's
Let's answer.
Yeah,
Should we just answer right now? Let's answer right now. Cameron, 3, 2.
No. Oh, what a kitchen. Like that green
yes.
backsplash.
You get a kitchen. You get a kitchen.
Hey, I'm in charge of the clues. I like the exposed beams throughout. It's very nice.
Very nice.
It's
a lot of wood.
Yeah, we got all of this across one level. The red brick courtyard. Fire pit. Thought you'd like that one.
You knew an audible sigh. Oh, my
Poor
goodness.
Gail is probably out there making
Hey,
fire.
Corey, stop. There are multiple guest houses and a barn with a horse stable as well. Here's the pool with the spillover spa.
That would be so nice.
I know,
so
right?
beautiful.
It is nice. So this house was purchased from Jeff Bridges. The new buyers listed their house originally built by Rob Lowe.
Oh my gosh.
So it's just trading among the celebrities here.
Very few people can afford places like this, right?
Yeah.
So how much do you think this house and surrounding guest houses and barn and all that stuff?
Yeah, so we're talking
cost?
about all the 66 acres or just like...
No, this is just this piece of it. And this was an off-market deal. Didn't even go to market.
18 million?
35 million.
The number is $17.2 million.
Right.
Corey, well
Good
done.
job. Good job.
Right in the ballpark.
It's hard for you to make the clue subtle for this one because there's only
not a subtle
one
person.
It's not a subtle person. There's only one person it really could be. Right?
Okay. So, thought you might say that.
Yes.
We will be guessing who is selling this place, which I think you guys are on to.
Sure.
Bonus points later in the show if you can guess who purchased this place.
Okay, so that's
Don't
for the
be
text line
blinded by the clues.
Aha.
Text line, tell us who the seller is. If you think you can figure out who the buyer is, let us know as well. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Who's super rich?
Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
Good morning. It is 6:30 here on Wednesday morning. Hopefully off to a great start today. Thank you for all your text messages. A lot of you getting half of it right so far on celebrity real estate. But focusing in on the weather today, Corey, because this snow is coming.
Yeah, that's right. Not getting the best radar image this morning, which doesn't help on a day like today, but it's not too far from the city. We're expecting a decent amount. It's going to be a snow day, heavy at times with the wind blowing it around. Then after today, cold days to follow. I've got all those details, your 5-day forecast coming up in 6 minutes. Kim, what do you have coming up in the next 28 minutes?
Yeah, we've officially arrived at the final 4 of our holiday song bracket. You'll find out which song from yesterday's battle took the last spot. That's in a few minutes. First, the news you need to start your day. Get back to you.
All right, thank you, Kim. We are tracking reaction this morning to Skate Canada pulling national and international events from Alberta because of the province's gender identity rules in sports. CTV's Nicole Lampa joins us from Terwilliger Rec Center this morning. So, Nicole, are there any upcoming events in Edmonton impacted by this decision?
Kent, there's nothing scheduled in Alberta next year, but in February of this year, the rec center right behind me and our city hosted Skate Canada's first ever pre-novice and novice championships, drawing nearly 300 young figure skaters from across the country. An Alberta senator and who's also an educator and LGBTQ2S+ advocate had to say this about Skate Canada's decision.
And I do believe that this is just the beginning of movement for many organizations.
The national governing body for figure skating in Canada says it considers a range of criteria when selecting host locations. And following a careful assessment of Alberta's Fairness and Safety in Sport Act, Skate Canada has determined it is unable to host events in the province while maintaining its national standards for safe and inclusive sport. The decision applies only to national and international events. The Alberta law restricts transgender athletes from participating in female-only sports. It also requires female athletes to sign a document confirming their gender identity. The law can no longer be challenged in court because of the province's recent use of the notwithstanding clause. The senator from Edmonton expects other organizations, not just those in sports, to follow Skate Canada's decision.
And we've heard from many kind of cultural, not only sporting events, but festivals who are really thinking twice about bringing their entertainment to Alberta.
Alberta's sports minister says by choosing to forego events in Alberta's world-class venues, Skate Canada is denying female athletes opportunities to compete on a safe and level playing field. While Premier Danielle Smith calls Skate Canada's decision disgraceful, she says she expects Skate Canada to apologize, saying the organization is offside with the international community, like the International Olympic Committee, which Smith says is moving in the same direction as Alberta. Now, figure skaters in Alberta are still able to participate in Skate Canada's programs and competitions. Meanwhile, the Alberta NDP is also weighing in, saying that Alberta's law will not only impact sports, but as well as tourism in our province. We'll have more on this in half an hour. Kent.
Okay. Nicole, thank you. Edmonton police are supporting the city's bid to bring back photo radar. Provincial regulations forced Alberta municipalities to stop sending tickets for speed on green violations in January. Data is still collected from the devices, which the city says shows an increase in the number of drivers speeding through intersections. Police say they are also witnessing higher speeds and more aggressive driving. Officers say automated enforcement is an effective tool to help keep roads safe when officers can't be there in person.
If people are aware that there's a chance that they're going to get a ticket, I would like to think that most people are going to change their behavior, change their driving pattern when they're driving in an area that is susceptible to automated enforcement.
The province is reviewing requests to reactivate speed on green cameras at 2 of the more than 80 intersections equipped with the technology here in Edmonton. And the Alberta government will test drive a plan to increase highway speed limits. An online survey found 68% of respondents supported increasing highway speed limits from 110 kilometers an hour to 120. The province says it will launch a controlled trial on some rural divided highways next year. And in just a few hours, you can relish the opportunity to pick up tickets for next year's Pickle Fest. This is the Edmonton debut next fall. The festival began a few years ago in Toronto, expanding to Vancouver last year. Organizers say people can expect local vendors, a lot of pickle-themed drinks and food, entertainment, and a pickling contest, a home pickling contest, that is. The Pickle Fest co-owner says he loves different generations coming together to enjoy the festival and says many people and cultures are connected to pickles, including his own.
I think it's just something that brings people together, and it's in, everybody's family. I mean, my Uncle Brian, Eli's father, makes pickles. He's been making pickles for 40 years. And I think it's just kind of, everybody knows somebody in their family, their friends who make pickles. And I think that's kind of why we do this.
The celebration of fermentation is coming to Fan Park October 17th.
Okay, so that footage is some of the funniest footage I've seen in a while.
It looks fun, doesn't it?
It does. It's going to be a good time.
Tickets go on sale today for Pickle Fest in October.
Wow.
So this is long-term planning.
Yeah.
Much like pickling itself. You're doing yourself a favor today for the benefit of into the future.
Yeah. Weather-wise today, Kent, it's going to be a little bit tricky right now. It's fairly quiet to start off, but the snow isn't too far away. As we take a look at your almanac for today, temperature-wise, we will see it drop off. We are sitting at -13. Our temperature will actually drop to about -17. So Our low, we'll see that later on. Our high, we've already reached that. So, reverse temperature trend for today. Right now, minus 17 in Stony Plain, minus 14 at the airport, minus 17 Elk Island, and minus 13 at the Blatchford Station. Winds picking up, feeling closer to minus 20 once you factor in the wind. Temperatures within the city ranging from minus 13 to minus 16. So we are seeing some colder air off just to the west, and that's going to push in and will settle in around minus 17. We'll probably start to see the snow within the next half hour. Windy, already starting to see the snow on the ground blow around a little bit, and it will reduce visibility once that snow comes in. Midday, heaviest snow, 10 to 20 centimeters today, and easing as we go throughout the supper hour. Tomorrow, minus 12. Thursday overnight into Friday, we could see some more snow. Minus 20 Friday, minus 21 and minus 22 Saturday, Sunday. I have your 10-day forecast coming up in 15 minutes. Kent.
Thank you, Corey. We had a mess of a morning commute yesterday, so we are watching closely today as we anticipate that snow Corey's talking about. Right now, partly snow-covered, icy conditions reported Highway 16 east from Highway 21 to Elk Island National Park. Highway 15 from the Henday to Fort Saskatchewan, same thing. And also Highway 14 from the Henday to Tofield. So, so far, so good, Kim, but we know things could change as the weather does.
For sure, and we'll keep you updated throughout the morning. Thank you so much, Kent. Well, coming up, our holiday song bracket is closing in on Christmas supremacy. We're in the final four of Festive today. Vote for your favorite after the break. Plus, we'll check in on how they celebrate Christmas in Belfast. Your sidebar stories are coming up. And a remote lodge in Yoho National Park has reopened. More about the history and what it's being used for. That's in 10 minutes' time. Finally, the Traders Canada had its stunning 2-hour finale full of twists and turns, and it was a team who won it all. We talked to the winners after 7 o'clock. Stick with us.
Wake up with Your Morning Edmonton. Brought to you by CIR Realty, making real estate easy in Edmonton, Red Deer, and Central Alberta. Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
We have arrived, everybody, the final four of our holiday song bracket.
Holy smokes.
Whittling our way through to this. Yesterday, we had to decide the final spot in the final four. It was Silent Night against Feliz Navidad. Silent Night, that silent killer.
Yes.
It is the winner and wasn't even close.
Wow.
Yep. Sorry, Kim.
I'm a little sad, but at the same time, I completely get it.
It's a traditional
song. It's a traditional song.
Yeah. Now we get back to some upbeat tunes to decide our A side of the bracket. Lots of alliteration here. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer versus Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Tough competition. So let's look at these side by side. Okay, it was written a decade apart. Rudolph was the first #1 song of the 50s, selling 12.5 million copies. And at the time, that's a huge number. Whereas Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree didn't make #1 until 2023.
That's right.
When it had this resurgence after Brenda Lee had filmed a music video for it. It has sold 10.2 million copies. Classic songs, both of them. And both of them have had a lot of love on the text line as well. So not sure which one's going to win, but you have to vote for your favorite in order for it to get through. So these are your key words. Text Rockin' without the G for Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. And then Rudolph for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph is spelt with a PH. We had some F's come through there. But to 10-400. So Rockin' or Rudolph, the two R's. Which one do you guys think is going to make it?
I think Rockin'.
Me too.
Personally, I think Rudolph is a little bit younger, a little bit juvenile to me, a little more kiddish. So I think the other one is a little bit more
all-encompassing.
Yes. That's Kent looked offended when I said that.
Not the DMX version.
Not the DMX version. Of course.
Which I will continue to ride for. If you haven't listened to it, you won't find it because the DMX version is going to carry it to the finals.
Text 10-400 right now.
As we talk about holiday songs, there are the Christmas carols.
Yes.
often done door to door, which is nice. But
no,
in Belfast,
it's uncomfortable.
Well,
I'm sorry. If someone came to my door, I don't know.
I love it.
I don't know what I would do. I'm coming
it.
caroling to your door then.
Okay, good. Come on in. Coco's warm. But in Belfast, it's the beers in the pub.
Won't you come there, my love? Won't you come on the street where the drink flows like water? Where else would you be?
Corey's okay with this, though.
This is nice.
You like this one better?
Yeah.
I think I would like the door-to-door better than this.
No.
The table next to me started doing this, I'd be like, calm down. This is their original song, Christmas in Belfast. It is very nice.
It is.
I like it. They're all sitting in the pub. And, yeah, great way to get everyone in the holiday spirit.
Mm-hmm. There's the Mr. Bean Christmas episode where the carolers come to the door and then he comes with the chocolates and then he slaps the door in their face. That's classic.
Yeah, it's one and then he closes. Yeah, that's very
Well,
good.
here's a tip on how to make the most mundane chore fun. Just add some lights. Now it's a party. This mom didn't realize her toddler's rain boots lit up until she threw them in the washing machine. Turned a boring laundry day into a festive dance party.
Now, Corey, if someone came to your door playing Darude's Sandstorm, would you open up the door? Because
you would?
Yeah, that sounds
great. I would be
great.
so confusing what's going on if that
Just
happened.
a dance party on your door?
Yeah.
People don't do that enough. Dance parties on the doorstep.
They really don't. Love Actually style. They bring like a stereo and some cards
Totally,
too.
hey?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you sign up for something and then you just don't want to do it. This family signed little girl Hazel up for soccer, but clearly not her biggest priority. Got a bit of a dance going on.
Oh, yeah.
Kids are running around her. She's not fazed by it. She's in her own. Maybe she's got sandstorm going on.
Yeah. She's doing the Dougie on the soccer field. I think most toddlers are like this because they're like, what's going on? What'd you put me in here?
Good moves, though. Good moves. Well, still ahead, Parks Canada has solved the solution, solved the problem on what to do about Backcountry Lodge in Yoho National Park that used to be a tea house.
Foot traffic does not provide enough opportunity for traffic for enough revenue to operate it.
So what they're doing instead is after the break.
Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
A boarded-up backcountry lodge in Yoho National Park, which once attracted guests from around the world, is expected to reopen for tourism. Alicia Fieldberg reports.
A 9-kilometer hike in Yoho National Park leads you to this National Historic Site, which has been boarded up for 5 years, but now has a new operator and is expected to reopen for tourism.
The Twin Falls is a beautiful little spot. Absolutely excited to be a part of its future.
Canadian Pacific Railway built Twin Falls Chalet in 1908 as a hiking destination for rail travelers. Parks Canada owns it, but leases it to operators for a cut of the profits. Since 1962, Fran Drummond had been running it as a tea house, cooking meals and hosting overnight guests with no electricity or plumbing. She was revered for her passion and dedication, but Parks said she was no longer meeting the terms of the agreement, so ended it in 2019.
She's a very important part of the history of the park and history of the tea house. We got to a point where she was no longer able to continue and have meet the requirements of a license of occupation. And that's when we transitioned to seeking a new operator.
Parks wanted it to continue operating as a tea house, but the new group chosen to run it realized that wouldn't be feasible.
Foot traffic is around 50 people per day, which does not provide enough opportunity or traffic for enough revenue to operate it.
Instead, Alpine Club of Canada is now preparing to offer it to visitors as a hut. That means no staff and guests bring their own food and bedding.
You need to collect your water and treat it to make sure you can drink it. You prepare your own food, and everyone helps clean and take care of the facility.
The club also plans to install solar power and find a way to commemorate the chalet's history.
Have the opportunity to not only experience the wilderness, experience the nature, but at the same time, walk into a piece of Canadian history. That is the type of experience that we know a lot of visitors really cherish.
Alpine Club of Canada operates 2 other National Historic Sites in Yoho National Park and says since Twin Falls sits between them, it will give guests a unique opportunity.
It's going to create our first hut-to-hut traverse experience.
The goal is to open for guests in August of 2027. Alicia Fieldberg, CTV News, Calgary.
Coming up, a warning about buy now, pay later payment plans. While it might look like less money, the plan could cost you more in the long run.
There's a psychological difference to what people are spending, so they don't realize it, but often they actually end up spending more than they would otherwise.
What you need to consider and how much the average Albertan could be spending this year. That's after 7 o'clock.
Programming brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
Minus 13 here in the city. Slave Lake minus 20. Fort McMurray, Fort Chipewyan under an extreme cold warning. Minus 32, minus 38. Their wind chill values closer to minus 40. So very cold in the north. We'll be tapping into that over the next couple of days. Today about minus 17. So our temperature will actually drop as we go throughout the day. Here's your school day forecast brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equals a strong Alberta. As I said, our temperature dropping, settling in around minus 17. We're already starting to see the snow here in the city, and we will see it throughout the day. Heaviest around the lunch hour, and then easing throughout the supper hour. Windy as well, so some blowing snow. Could see conditions become quite poor on Edmonton roads. Minus 21 to start tomorrow, minus 12 for a high. A little bit more cloud than sun tomorrow, and then Thursday overnight into Friday morning, could see a little bit more snow, minus 20 Friday. Minus 21 Saturday, minus 22 Sunday, very cold. Monday quite cold as well, especially to start with a low of minus 30. And then we start to see temperatures climb a little bit. By Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we could be around minus 11. December 17th, we have these milestones to share. Happiest 28th birthday, Francis. Have an amazing day. Love Mama, Papa, and the whole family.
And a happy 9th birthday goes out to Michaela. Love from Papa, Mama, Kuya JL, and Kuya Hesron.
Madeline's turning 11. Happy birthday from your whole family. Hoping you have a great day.
Submit your milestone at ctvedmonton.ca under Your Morning. You could win a $100 gift card to Coolman's Greenhouse, which we draw for every week.
Time for Morning Mystery. It's a Christmas story that was written in 1939 for Chicago-based Montgomery Ward department stores. The author, Robert May, based it on his childhood. He was taunted by other children for being the smallest boy in class.
Of course.
May considered Rollo and Reginald as the name for the main character before settling in on Rudolph.
Interesting.
Are we looking for the entire title here?
Reginald the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I ran out of time.
Yeah.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph.
Yes.
Yeah, it has a
Nice.
better ring to it than the other two names they were considering for sure.
Reginald the Rudolph Reindeer. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably, hey?
exactly. Too many syllables.
Totally.
Text it if you want that to be your favorite song to go through to 10400 Rudolph with a PH, or Rockin' for Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee.
Yep, the news you need to start your day begins right now.
Give yourself a little bit extra time to get to work or wherever you're going.
The parking ban is in place and plows are ready as the city prepares for the snow and the wind to complicate the commute.
This is an incredible hit to Alberta's economy.
Skate Canada says it will no longer hold national and international events in Alberta because of provincial laws regarding transgender youth.
It was definitely different. Super weird.
Stuart Skinner's Pittsburgh's debut spoiled by the Oilers and a former teammate reaches a major milestone. Your morning starts right now. Just after 7 o'clock, welcome to your Wednesday morning. We are tracking that snowfall. A parking ban is in place as the city braces for it all, along with the chilling wind. Upwards of 20 centimeters could be coming today. To prepare, the city issuing the parking ban for major roads and bus routes. Both city and private plows will be trying to clear roads and sidewalks.
As always, take your time, give yourself a little bit extra time to get to work or wherever you're going. And as always, give our crews room to work, and we can get those roads as clear as possible for you.
There are also weather warnings to the northwest, the east, and the south. And Corey is here for a further look at the forecast as we monitor all of this, and it seems like it's starting to arrive.
Yeah, we are seeing the snow in the city now. The radar image wasn't cooperating this morning, but it has finally kicked in. We can see now throughout much of the city, we are starting to see the snow. So the image more complete, the south side, the north side, a little bit of a gap over just around the Yellowhead, but that is filling in. So we're starting to see the snow now here in the city. We are under a snowfall warning. Us all the way up to Grand Prairie, 10 to 20 centimeters. Northern areas of the province, a cold warning. Then to the east and to the southeast, there is a winter storm warning. We're going to be windy here in the city, but the winds will be even stronger to the east and the southeast. With the snow, reduced visibility, poor conditions developing. And then Sylvan Lake, Red Deer, and just north of Calgary, a blowing snow warning. So if you're going to be traveling west and south, especially, conditions could become quite poor on those roads. I have more on your forecast coming up. Kent.
All right. Thank you, Corey. Well, Premier Daniel Smith is calling a decision by Skate Canada to halt national and international events in Alberta disgraceful. Skate Canada says it made this decision because of the province's gender identity rules in sports. CTV's Nicole Lampa joins us live with the latest on this morning. So, Nicole, how does this impact figure skaters here in Alberta?
Well, Ken, they will still be able to participate in Skate Canada's programming and competitions, but there will not be any Skate Canada national or international events in our province for the foreseeable future, like one held at the rec center right behind me this past February, which attracted nearly 300 young figure skaters from across the country. The Alberta NDP expect other sports organizations to follow suit.
Unfortunately, I think they may just be the first of many.
The national governing body for Figure Skating Canada says it considers a range of criteria when selecting host locations, and following a careful assessment of Alberta's Fairness and Safety in Sport Act, Skate Canada has determined it is unable to host events in the province while maintaining its national standards for safe and inclusive sport. The decision applies only to national and international level events. The Alberta law restricts transgender athletes from participating in female-only sports. It also requires female athletes to sign a document confirming their gender identity. The law can no longer be challenged in court because of the province's recent use of the notwithstanding clause. The opposition NDP says the UCP's gender laws will have a wide-ranging impact.
This is having a big impact on Alberta's reputation when it comes to, athletics, when it comes to tourism, when it comes to sport.
Alberta's sports minister says by choosing to forego events in Alberta's world-class venues, Skate Canada is denying female athletes opportunities to compete on a safe and level playing field. While Premier Danielle Smith says she expects Skate Canada to apologize and adjust its policies, saying the organization is offside with the international community, like the International Olympic Committee, which Smith says is moving in the same direction as Alberta. Now, there are no upcoming Skate Canada competitions scheduled for here in Alberta. However, there, on top of the one that was held here in Edmonton this past February, there were also two national competitions held in Calgary over the past 2 years. Kent.
Okay. Nicole, thank you. Police are looking for the driver of a pickup truck involved in a multi-vehicle hit and run that sent 5 young people to hospital. The crash happened just after 9 yesterday morning on 132nd Avenue and 86th Street. Police say the driver of the Dodge truck hit a Honda CR-V with 4 teens who attend O'Leary High School inside. Their vehicle was pushed into another car with a woman and child inside, and then that car hit 2 parked vehicles. 1 teen suffering serious injuries, the others treated in hospital with minor injuries. The truck is described as an early 2010s black Dodge Ram with front end damage. If anyone has seen it or has information, they should call police. The province has given a St. Albert daycare a probationary license. In a press release, the government spokesperson says St. Albert Daycare Centre at 6 Cunningham Road has had ongoing compliance issues with provincial standards, including supervision. The Ministry of Education and Childcare is imposing a safety plan to ensure adequate supervision for children at the centre. Daycare staff have until March 13th of next year to meet provincial standards, or their license will be revoked. The Edmonton Oilers rolled into Pittsburgh last night to take on their recent trade partner, the Penguins. The Oilers' new goalie facing off against their old goalie. Before the game, Connor McDavid with some love for Stuart Skinner, seeing each other for the first time since Skinner was traded on Friday. Starting for Edmonton, Tristan Jarry, who spent a decade in the Penguins organization, and Stuart Skinner joked that the two should have switched masks for this game. Oilers get to Skinner on the power play midway through the first. Zach Hyman puts the loose puck home. Leon Draisaitl's assist is point number 1,000 of his career. The team celebrating on the ice right in front of Stuart Skinner. Just seconds after that, it's McDavid who basically goes through everyone, including Skinner, to make it 2-0 for the Oilers. 6-4 is the final. Jarry gets the win for the Oilers. Skinner making 22 saves in his Penguins debut.
It was definitely different. Super weird, like taking a nap and thinking that I'm playing the old team. So, but yeah, so the first period, I feel like for the first 5 minutes, I kind of had to settle my game in and calm my mind down. And as the game went on, I think I did a better and better job at that.
Regarding Draisaitl's 1,000 points, Skinner said congratulations, but wished it was against somebody else. Draisaitl had 4 points on the night. Oilers are in Boston tomorrow. All right, Corey's here monitoring the forecast and specifically the snow and the wind that is now starting to arrive.
That's right. We're seeing the snow here in the city. It's been a little bit gusty at times throughout the morning, so we could see some reduced visibility at points. But right now, not too bad, but the snow is falling. Let's take a look at our almanac for today. Our temperature will actually drop through the day. We did already reach our high of -13. Our temperature will just drop. We'll settle in around -17 late morning and into the early afternoon. -5 is our average seasonal high. -13 right now, wind chill feeling like -19. At the airport, temperature there, -15. Winds a little bit stronger, feeling like -22. As we take a look at our forecast for today, temperature -17 as we get into the afternoon. Windy, gusts upwards of 40 kilometers per hour. Heaviest snow around the lunch hour. Could see some reduced visibility, and then everything starts to ease as we go throughout the late afternoon and supper hour. But we could see about 10 to 20 centimeters here in the city. For tomorrow, -21 to start, -12 for a high. A little bit more cloud than sun. And then Thursday, overnight into Friday morning, we could see a little bit more snow. Our temperature dropping through the day again on Friday, -20 into the afternoon. Kim.
All right. Thank you very much, Corey. The Salvation Army was on the front lines this week. It's making sure families who might go without are receiving toys at Christmas. This is one of the many distribution locations for the toy program. Each one is set up to let clients choose gifts for their children.
We recognize Christmas isn't always easy for people. So a chance to have that human connection. And then, of course, we send over gift cards and talk about toys. And then they come in here, meet their elf, and go shopping.
So at this one location, more than 200 families in need receive toys and gift cards. The Salvation Army helps achieve this through partnerships with toy angel businesses and schools in the Edmonton area. Well, a basic yet eye-catching Christmas display has been set up in North Edmonton. It's a nod to a classic Christmas movie and a tribute to family. Sean Kearns hangs this lone, large red ornament from a roadside tree on 58th Street. He does it in late November before his parents visit from Nova Scotia. Kearns says this tree has the perfect lean to replicate an iconic scene from his mom's favorite Christmas movie.
Growing up, my mom's favorite Christmas holiday movie was Charlie Brown Christmas. It doesn't need anything else unless I could get a big blue blanket to go around the bottom, of course.
This is the second year in a row Kearns has done this. So from the Kearns in North Edmonton to the Reinhardts in Camrose, we are talking about our semifinalists this week for our Holiday Cheer House of the Year contest. Congratulations, Christopher. Your display has made it to our semifinalist list, not only because the display is amazing, but because you invite everybody to come down, go through that large ornament, and walk through the backyard where there is a shoveled path. You can get up close and personal. Take pictures with those displays. If you want the exact address, like if you live in Camrose or you're planning to visit there, if you need the exact address, you can text 10400 and I will send it to you. But well done, Christopher and family. I'm sure it takes weeks to set this up, and you did a phenomenal job. Puts me in a good mood. I'm not even there in person. I'm just seeing the photos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good stuff. What a fun time we've had sharing those photos with everybody. Looking forward to the winner coming up later
For
this
sure.
week, too. Let's take a look at the roads, and you're doing so through a lens back in time. We will soon say goodbye to the first quarter of this century. This view provided by technology from the beginning of the century, the early 2000s. Our photographer Cam has been showing you this city for 28 years. His camera today is an Ikegami HC340 that was in news service from the 90s to the early 2000s. Cam, one of the only people who can still use that technology, and he is showing it off today for us. Thank you, Cam. Now let's go to a few other cameras in this city. The traffic cameras showing some volume building up, particularly Canal Bridge. But for the most part, the commute has been okay. The snow hasn't really started to arrive yet, but as Corey mentioned, reduced visibility could be an issue, and it will start piling up through the day. So again, be courteous out there. But as we look at the map, pretty green out there, which is good news as we approach rush hour. It was a mess yesterday. We are hoping for better today, but we will once again have to drive to the conditions. But still ahead, it's a game of deception, and these two have proven they are the best. The winners from Traders Canada joining us when your morning returns.
Here's a look at your Edmonton gas prices coming down a little bit from yesterday. The average gas cost $1.14.5. Highest gas price $1.21.9, and cheapest is the Domo on Princess Elizabeth Avenue, selling for 98.8 cents a liter.
Gas prices brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. Wake up with Your Morning Edmonton. Brought to you by CIR Realty. Making real estate easy in Edmonton, Red Deer, and Central Alberta.
Your friend, but I am a faithful.
Hollywood.
This is so easy. Left, left, left. I'm a faithful.
That was the moment Dom and Hollywood revealed they were on the same team and found out they won Season 3 of the Traders Canada. Together, they won $93,000, the first time members of the Faithful have won a season here in Canada. We welcome Dom and Hollywood, winners of the Traders Canada Season 3. Good morning to you. Great to have you with us. I want to give Hollywood a bit of a shout out here because you've spent some time in Edmonton. You were a kid growing up here in Edmonton.
Yes, I'm from Alberta. I was born in Calgary and was raised in Edmonton until about the third grade.
That's awesome. We'll take that as a win for us. How did it feel, both of you being Faithfuls and winning the $93,000?
You take this. You take it.
It feels great because Faithfuls have never won Traders Canada. 2 black men won Season 3. 2 alternative black men won Season 3. This is historic. We are literally Black Canadian history.
That is awesome. And now, Hollywood, there was a truce that was decided over breakfast. How did you know you could trust each other?
I think from the moment we did that little shield play, I felt like that was planting one seed there, and then after I told you about the blackmail,
yes,
I think that sealed the deal right there.
Yeah, and Dom, to me, had always presented as somebody who we were aligned. At the round tables, we'd look at each other and be like, nah.
Yeah, we had direct eye contact every time something major would happen, and we were always kind of on the same page.
Yeah. So it made it easy. And then when it got down to the end, it was like, okay, Meredith's name came up. Don't really trust Chala, Lizette.
And I was also just the wounded puppy to the side. That's Dom's not going to hurt anyone. Dom.
Yeah.
Spring Dom.
And Dom, the final vote, you did say goodbye to Lisette, who was also a faithful. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like towards the end, me and Hollywood had truce, and I kind of knew that Hollywood wasn't gonna ever make that fire green. So it just came down to, honoring my truce with Hollywood, and I knew that he wasn't gonna change. He was gonna switch up. He was gonna stand for it.
We also were very consistent throughout the season. Like, if you go back and watch it, and when you do go back and watch it, which you should go back and watch it, you'll realize like we were consistent, outside of your Romeo moment.
Okay, well, we could have moved past that.
No, Hollywood.
That wasn't even part of the question.
Yeah. When it comes to the show, we see an edited down version of this. What don't the viewers see?
One of the things they didn't see was that, like I said, we at the round tables, like we were pretty much like aligned 95% of the time, which is, I think, how we ended up where we ended up. There were a lot of relationships and bonds that you don't get the opportunity to see because there are so many of us, and our bond kind of happened swiftly post being chained together.
Yeah.
Well, that is awesome, and I want to say congratulations to you both once again for breaking a lot of barriers and making some history here, especially for Traders Canada. And have fun with the 93,000.
Integrity wins, guys. Be an integral person, okay? That's really what bonded us. It was like, we saw the goodness in each other in the most peculiar situation, and that's what did it for me.
Very, very wise words. Thank you guys again. All episodes of the Traders Canada Season 3, as they said, watch it, are on Crave, as well as extended cuts of each episode. And if you want to get in on the betrayal, casting for Season 4 is now open. Here's the view from the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace, fixed right, or it's free. And our view is becoming a little bit more obscured, and the camera's shaking around. So we are seeing the snow now here in the city. The wind is blowing, adding a bit more of a chill. It's feeling closer to minus 22. We could see some reduced visibility and some poor conditions developing on the roads. Minus 14, as I said, feeling closer to minus 22. Temperatures in the north, Fort McMurray minus 33, Fort Chopin minus 38. They are under an extreme cold warning. Their wind chill value is closer to minus 40. That's where the blue is. For us here in Edmonton, all the way up to Grand Prairie, Grand Cache, snowfall warning 10 to 20 centimeters. Areas to the east, southeast, winter storm warning. 10 to 15 centimeters, but very, very strong winds to the east-southeast, so blowing snow, and then a blowing snow warning, Sylvan Lake, Red Deer, north of Calgary. If you're heading south along the QE2 or west along the Yellowhead, conditions could become quite poor. They'll probably be a little bit better to the east, at least for the earlier part of the morning. Peace River, Grand Prairie seeing snow. White Court, Drain Valley, us here in Edmonton, the snow is falling. The radar wasn't giving us a good image. It is now, and we will see that fall as we go throughout the day today, easing as we go throughout this upper hour. Temperature falling to minus 17. Again, with the wind, we could see some blowing snow and poor conditions develop. Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. Charges have been laid against the surviving suspect in Sunday's mass shooting at Bondi Beach in Australia. And Australia's New South Wales Parliament has been recalled to address tougher gun laws.
On the 22nd and 23rd of December, the government will call back the New South Wales Parliament to deal with urgent legislation that we believe is required pre-Christmas to keep the community safe and ensure there's unambiguous laws in place when it comes to public safety.
One of the reforms up for debate is the proposed limit on the number of firearms a licensed person can own. One of the two shooters accused in killing 15 people had a firearms license and legally owned 6 guns. The 24-year-old surviving suspect was charged after waking up from a coma at a Sydney hospital. The charges include 15 counts of murder, 40 counts of causing harm with intent to murder, along with a terror charge. Authorities say the attack was inspired by the Islamic State group. Nick Reiner is expected to make his first court appearance today, facing murder charges for the deaths of his parents.
Every single inmate goes through a medical clearance before they can be transported to court. Every one of them. Okay. And that's a process. It's just a procedural issue. And he has not yet been medically cleared.
Nick Reiner is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. Officials say he was arrested without incident hours after the bodies of Rob and Michelle Reiner were found in their home. Police say a knife was used, but they did not confirm if a murder weapon has been found. At this point, we do not know anything about a motive. If convicted, the charges carry a life sentence or possibly the death penalty. A former doctor who admitted to selling ketamine to Matthew Perry has avoided prison time. Mark Chavez was given 8 months of home detention and 3 years of supervised release. He is one of 5 people who have pleaded guilty in connection to Perry's 2023 overdose death. Chavez gave up his medical license as part of his plea deal. Ottawa's new Buy Canadian policy is now in effect.
What we're looking for is meaningful economic activity and Canadian content as we evaluate contracts and bids for federal contracts.
This gives priority to Canadian products and workers for federal contracts. To count as a Canadian supplier, a company has to have meaningful economic activity in the country. The first phase of this policy applies to contracts worth $25 million or more. And as many people cross things off their holiday shopping lists, they may be looking to stretch their dollar by taking part in buy now, pay later plans. One University of Calgary professor warns of the potential downfall. CTV's Jacqueline Wilson reports.
With less than 10 days until Christmas, it's peak spending time. But experts caution falling prey to buy now, pay later plans that might have you stretching your wallet.
If we take the price of an item and divide it into installments, there's a psychological difference to what people are spending, so they don't realize it, but often they actually end up spending more than they would otherwise. They're more likely to buy an item.
Bierman adds there's often an emotional component to spending.
One of the most under-realized aspects of financial problems is this. People feel like they don't matter. People feel like they're less than other people. And I think that needs to be taken into account, that when people use buy now, pay later, when they take out payday loans, what they're trying to do is show that they're still a functional human being in society.
The average Albertan plans on spending over $1,500 on gifts, travel, and entertainment this holiday season. That's down 8% from the year before, according to PwC Canada's Holiday Outlook.
Given the what's going on in the economy, I think that discretionary spend is being compressed. They are spending, but they are being cautious, looking at things like, where there's promotions and different types of discounts that they can make use of to help stretch their dollars for the holidays.
Some of those heading into Chinook were divided on their shopping plans.
I'm spending a lot on myself this year, so I think I'm prioritizing myself, because other years I tend to prioritize other people. So this year I'm prioritizing myself.
We're on a budget, right? So, because we're seniors. Everybody gets something, it's just cutting down a bit.
As we're all shelling out Christmas cash, sometimes it's important to remember the best memories are often from the intangible joys of the season. Jacqueline Wilson, CTV News, Calgary.
Still ahead, how fast is too fast? Albertans have their say about increasing the speed on some highways. And after all the chaos and competition, we talk to the winner of MasterChef Canada Season 8, just revealed yesterday.
I'm Nicole Lampa. We'll have more reaction to Skate Canada's decision to stop holding national and international competitions in our province due to Alberta's gender sports law. More on this after the break.
Programming brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Good morning, you beautiful city. It is 7:30 on the nose. You're on time. You're in the right place, and we're all in this together as a winter storm starts to blow through our city. We're just sort of at the cusp of it right now, Corey.
That's right. It is making its way in. Our view becoming a little bit more obscured. The snow has moved in. The camera's shaking around. We've got some wind, so some blowing snow, and we are expecting a good amount of snow as we go throughout the day. Could be heavy at times around the lunch hour especially, and then cold days to follow. I have your 5-day coming up in 6 minutes. Kim, what's coming up in the next half hour?
We have officially arrived at the final 4 of our holiday song bracket. You'll find out which song from yesterday's battle took the last spot in a few minutes. First, the news you need to start your day. Kent, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Kim. We have some breaking news for you this morning as we start to see the impact of the snow and wind moving across our city. More than 24 flights have been canceled into and out of Edmonton International Airport because of airlines anticipating this storm. The airport is advising you to check flight status before you go there. We will continue to track this story as it develops throughout the morning, as well as that storm. Corey keeping a close eye on his forecast coming very shortly. Well, Premier Daniel Smith is calling a decision by Skate Canada to halt national and international events in Alberta disgraceful and is expecting an apology. Skate Canada says it made this decision because of the province's gender identity rules in sports. CTV's Nicole Lampa is live with the latest on this morning. So, Nicole, how many Skate Canada events does this impact?
Well, Kent, there are none scheduled for Alberta right now. However, there were 3 Skate Canada national competitions held in our province over the past 2 years, 2 in Calgary and 1 at the rec center right behind me that was held just this past February, which attracted nearly 300 young figure skaters from across the country. An Alberta senator who is also an educator and LGBTQ2S plus advocate is weighing in on Skate Canada's decision.
And I do believe that this is just the beginning of movement for many organizations.
The national governing body for figure skating in Canada says it considers a range of criteria when selecting host locations, and following careful assessment of Alberta's Fairness and Safety in Sport Act, Skate Canada has determined it is unable to host events in the province while maintaining its national standards for safe and inclusive sport. The decision applies only to national and international level events. The Alberta law restricts transgender athletes from participating in female-only sports. It also requires female athletes to sign a document confirming their gender identity. The law can no longer be challenged in court because of the province's recent use of the notwithstanding clause. The Alberta NDP believe this will have a wide-ranging impact to our province's tourism and sport industries.
This is an incredible hit to Alberta's economy. Tourism and sport is really important in Alberta. We've got such incredible facilities. We've got incredible landscapes here to participate in sports.
Alberta Sports Minister says by choosing to forego events in Alberta's world-class venues, Skate Canada is denying female athletes opportunities to compete on a safe and level playing field. While Premier Danielle Smith says she expects it to adjust its policies, saying the organization is offside with international communities like the International Olympic Committee, which Smith says is moving in the same direction as Alberta. Now, young figure skaters in our province will still be able to participate in Skate Canada's programs and competitions. Kent.
Okay. Nicole, thank you. Well, Edmonton police support the city's bid to bring back photo radar. Provincial regulations forced Alberta municipalities to stop sending tickets for speed on green violations in January. Data is still collected from the devices, which the city says shows an increase in the number of drivers speeding through intersections. Police say they are also witnessing higher speeds and more aggressive driving. Officers say automated enforcement is an effective tool helping keep roads safe when they can't have officers there in person.
If people are aware that there's a chance that they're going to get a ticket, I would like to think that most people are going to change their behavior, change their driving pattern when they're driving in an area that is susceptible to automated enforcement.
The province is reviewing requests to reactivate speed on green cameras at 2 of the more than 80 intersections equipped with that technology here in Edmonton. The Alberta government will test drive a plan to increase highway speed limits. An online survey found 68% of respondents supported increasing highway speed limits from 110 kilometers an hour to 120. The province says it will launch a controlled trial on some rural divided highways next year. Support for new pipelines from Alberta is climbing, according to a new poll. The Montreal Economic Institute and Ipsos survey shows 75% of Canadians support construction of new pipelines to the East Coast and British Columbia. That's up by 14 points compared to last year. Also finding 71% of Canadians found the approval process too long. Pollsters say the tariff war is a factor in the high support, among other aspects.
We can look at
couple of metrics, but productivity, value in terms of exportation, $1 out of 4 exported are from the oil and gas sector, and nice paying job. So with all this added value and economy, Canadians are simply understanding that.
More than 100 Canadians were surveyed between November 27th and December 2nd. The pollster says the results are accurate within 3.5 percentage points, 19 times out of 20. And in just a few hours, you can relish the opportunity to pick up tickets to next year's Pickle Fest. It makes its Edmonton debut in the fall. The festival began a few years ago in Toronto, expanded to Vancouver last year, and organizers say you can expect local vendors, a lot of pickle-themed drinks and food, entertainment, even a home pickling contest. The Pickle Fest co-owner says he loves seeing different generations come together to enjoy the festival, and many people and cultures are connected to pickles, including his own.
I think it's just something that brings people together, and it's in, everybody's family. I mean, my Uncle Brian, Eli's father, makes pickles. He's been making pickles for 40 years. And I think it's just kind of, everybody knows somebody in their family, their friends who make pickles. And I think that's kind of why we do this.
The celebration of fermentation comes to Fan Park October 17th.
.37, the snow has moved into the city. We are seeing it now throughout much of the Edmonton area. It looks like the southeast, east side, a little bit of a break there, but the snow is falling, the wind is blowing, and we are starting to see conditions deteriorate here in the city. Temperature in Stony Plain is -17, -15 at the airport, -17 Elk Island, and -14 at the Blatchford station. We were at -13. We've dropped a degree. We'll continue to drop as we go throughout the day today. Winds quite breezy, a little bit gusty in some areas, with that making it feel a lot colder. Our wind chill value is -21. At the airport, feeling like -26. Stony Plain, -27. So the wind really a factor in how cold it feels. So dress for that. -17 our temperature for today, and the snow will continue to fall. Could be heaviest midday, and then it will ease as we go throughout the late afternoon and supper hour. 10 to 20 centimeters expected. Conditions could deteriorate, especially with the wind blowing it around as well. Tomorrow, a lot quieter, -21 to start, -12 for a high. Thursday overnight into Friday, it looks like a little bit more snow, and then -20 on Friday. It kind of sets the tone for the weekend, but the overnight lows a lot colder, -27 and -28, with highs at -21 and -22. I'll take a look at your 10-day forecast, which does include Christmas, in 15 minutes. A new country music experience is coming to Edmonton. Boots and Hearts West is at the Fan Park Ice District, August 28th and 29th, 2026. We're giving you the chance to win a pair of 2-day VIP passes. Enter at ctvedmonton.ca. Kent.
Thank you, Corey. You're looking live at the roads through a lens back in time. We are soon waving goodbye to the first quarter of this century, if you can believe it. And this technology was what we were using in the news when the century began. Our photographer on the streets and often manning the drone, Cam, has been showing you this city for 28 years. This is the camera he started with back in the late 1990s into the early 2000s. Cam's one of the only people who can use this kind of camera, so he's showing it off for you today on a snowy Edmonton morning. What a camera from Cam. One of the
shows good quality lasts a long time.
That is sure. They took those out of service a long time ago. But Cam, salute to him. He does a great job every morning for us. We've been talking about flight cancellations. Right. We're going to bring you more on that as we go throughout the morning. But if you do have a flight leaving or you're trying to pick somebody up today, check the Fly EIA website. There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of preemptive cancellations by some of the airlines in anticipation of the snowstorm. Yeah. So, just check the website and make sure you're safe out there. Keep each other safe on the roads.
Yeah, so we are tracking all of that. As we track the results of our song bracket, we have arrived at the final 4 today. Now, yesterday was the deciding vote for the last spot, so we'll just review that. It was Silent Night up against Feliz Navidad, and Silent Night is the silent killer in this one. Not even close. This was a landslide. Say goodbye to Feliz Navidad.
Feliz
Great song.
Navidad, you made it far, but
Not far enough.
Now we get back to some upbeat tunes to decide our A side of the bracket. Lots of alliteration here. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer versus Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Ooh, both classics. And
Both
I think
great
this is big competition. So as we look at this side by side, they're written a decade apart. Rudolph was the first #1 song of the 50s, selling 12.5 million copies, which at the time, that's a huge number.
Sure.
Whereas Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree didn't make #1 until 2023. That's because Brenda Lee had recorded a music video with her entire family, and it went to the top of the charts. It has sold 10.2 million copies.
Holy.
So what do you guys think is going to make it? Rudolph or Rockin'?
I think Rockin' speaks to a larger audience.
Yeah.
Personally, and
For
it's
sure.
a little bit more adult. Rudolph just reminds me of being a kid, which isn't bad either.
No,
that's
that's
a good
nostalgic
thing.
Christmas.
Yeah,
It's always going to be in style, right?
Yeah. And DMX is
I mean, when
going.
this bracket started, I was like, Rudolph, okay, whatever. But then I was reminded of the DMX version, and that has just catapulted it for me. I hope it wins the whole thing.
Right. Text Rockin' to 10400. This is all your choice. Rockin' without the G. Text Rudolph for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to 10400 if that is your choice. And we'll announce the winner tomorrow.
Yeah, as we get into the finals, it's time for us to take a break. We'll be right back.
Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca. Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
We're in California this morning. One celebrity selling a piece of their compound, just a piece of it, to a different celebrity. Now they're neighbors, and they are also neighbors with the Royals as well. So just found out that we're having problems with the pictures.
Yes, that there are no pictures.
No, in fact, none.
Okay.
Spanish revival.
That's right. There's green trees everywhere. Then you go inside in Montecito. 66 acres is the entire compound. When you're a billionaire, you can have that kind of thing.
For sure.
So this piece was sold off-market. Spanish revival, as Corey said. Terracotta roof.
Yes.
Then you go inside. It's got big vaulted ceiling.
Imagine,
wood
if you
beams,
will.
wood beams and
in
white
there.
walls. It's very nice.
That's right. We're going to have to do celebrity real estate after.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the pictures.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, though, so stay
Absolutely
tuned
gorgeous.
because there's a lot of clues in there on who is selling it, who is buying it, all the celebrities who have been parts of this as well. We're just going to bring you that
We'll come
a little
back
bit
to
later
it. We'll
because
come
we're
back to
having
it.
a few issues technically, but what we can do is bring you our sidebar stories.
Won't you come to my love? Won't you come on the street where the drink flows like water? Where else would you be?
Yeah, this is in Belfast. This group started singing their Christmas carols in the pub instead of going door to door, which we think is nice.
Very nice.
However, it's their original song, Christmas in Belfast. So if you're in the pub, you want to join in, you probably don't know the words.
No, probably not.
Because it is their new song. So hopefully they moved on to some crowd hits as well.
Yeah. Sometimes you can ad-lib and it would work out, maybe not in this case.
They
probably
sound great,
not.
though. So that's a fun
I bet
move.
Christmas in Belfast would be nice.
I bet you it would be.
Oh, it'd be gorgeous. I bet they have amazing Christmas markets. But yeah, I'll check Instagram and let you guys know.
Here's a tip on how to make the most mundane chore fun. Just add some lights. This mom didn't realize her toddler's rain boots lit up until she threw them in the washing machine. Turned a boring laundry day into a dance party.
All right.
Nice to know that they don't short out. Well, I guess they're rain boots.
Exactly.
They're meant to get wet.
They're meant to get
They're
wet.
meant to get wet.
Do we put rain boots in the wash?
So this is what I thought the first time around when we showed this story.
Yeah.
Am I cleaning rain boots wrong if I'm not putting it in the washing
They must have
machine?
got messy on the
considered
inside.
that.
Yeah, no, same.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll figure that out. Well, sometimes you sign up for something and you just don't want to do it. So this is what's happening. This family signed up their little girl Hazel for soccer, but clearly not her biggest priority. Got a bit of a dance going on. So she's having a dance party on her own. I say go for it. Dance to the beat of your own drum, girl. You don't have to play soccer if you don't want to.
Yeah.
And most toddlers, when they're put in at such a young age,
yeah, they'll let you know. They'll let you know what they're interested in.
They will let you know.
Yeah, I don't think she was ever going to play soccer in that dress and the lacy shoes.
No,
she was
definitely
just like,
not.
Nope.
Yeah, she's got sandstorm in her head. She's dancing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. You just roll with the punches out there, much like we are doing this morning. It's time for us to take a break. We're gonna get you that house, hopefully, coming up later.
Programming brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
Well, many home cooks are preparing to show off their skills for friends and family over the holidays. As good as they are and as tasty as the servings will be, there can only be one master chef in this country.
Canada's master chef is... Veronica.
Veronica Wu, a data manager from Toronto, the champion of Season 8 of the show, impressing the judges by taking risks and delivering on the flavor, serving up a dream 3-course meal in just 3 hours in the finale last night. And Veronica joins us this morning. Congratulations on your victory. How does it feel to celebrate this win with the rest of the country now that they've seen it, and your family who were there as well?
Hi, thank you. It has been so surreal. It's been a wonderful experience to be on MasterChef Canada, and I'm still very excited. I can't get over the fact that I won. I'm still processing that information, but truly it was such a pleasure to compete against alongside with my cast and to be part of this amazing journey.
The smile says it all, Veronica. Now, take us back to the beginning, to just applying to this. What gave you the confidence to even get onto this show?
I don't know if I had a lot of confidence when I decided to apply. I had a lot of support from my partner. I think he knows that I have it in me. So I was taking it very easy, you know, one step at a time, just trying to be authentic and then trying to be honest with myself when I submitted my application. And, you know, one competition at a time, and, you know, 11 episodes later, I'm here.
Well, if you didn't have confidence coming in, you showed it off because you took some risks out there. Was there a turning point for you where you're like, if I go for it, I can win?
Turning point, I think it was probably from the chicken challenge, where I got a couple messages from my fellow cast and also from my friends that they kind of told me that I looked very confident, like I really performed, I performed really well under pressure. I don't think I felt that way like in the competition myself, but I think that's something I learned about myself, and I just continued to manage time really well through all the competition and really just believing in my vision and then trying to execute every single component really well.
What would you say to fans of this show who have their own friends and family who tell them they're very good in the kitchen and should apply? What advice would you tell to them?
You should definitely apply. I think if your friends and family are telling you that you're a great cook, you probably have it in you. Similar like what I did, just take it easy, you know, open that link first, look at all the questions, and just submit all your answers. You never know where this journey might take you. You get so many experiences, like wonderful experience from MasterChef Canada. You get to meet amazing people. You get your food tasted by 3 amazing judges, and you get to learn how TV works. You know, that's something that I never experienced before, but it's so amazing to see the MasterChef Canada kitchen in person. It's so much bigger. It's very mesmerizing to see how just wonderful the kitchen setup is. You have everything that you can imagine. It's a home cook's dream kitchen. So, there's nothing to lose. Just gotta take it easy one step at a time.
Dreams coming true. Veronica, congratulations on your victory. Best of luck in your cooking future.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Chef.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Of course, thank you. You can catch all episodes of MasterChef Canada Season 8 now streaming on Crave. And if you think you can do what Veronica did, casting for Season 9 is now open. You can visit masterchefcanadacasting.ca.
Programming brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
7:58. This picture says a lot right now as our view is becoming a lot more obscured of downtown from the snow that's falling and the wind that's blowing. The camera shaking around. Temperature, we are at -14. It feels like -22. Areas in the north, Fort McMurray, Fort Chipewyan are under an extreme cold warning. -30 and -38. Their wind chill values around -40. Here's your school day forecast brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equals a strong Alberta. -14 for the kids heading out, -17 at lunch and -17 when they head home. So reverse temperature trend, our temperature dropping throughout the day. Windy, blowing snow. We could see 10 to 20 centimeters. Looks like it could be heaviest around the lunch hour, and then it should ease as we go throughout the supper hour. Tomorrow, -21 to start, -12 for a high. A little bit of sun breaking through. And then Thursday overnight into Friday, it looks like more snow. -20 into Friday afternoon. So another reverse temperature trend. The weekend looks cold. Overnight lows in the low -20s, -21, -22 for Saturday and Sunday, -30 to start on Monday, -24 for a high. And then for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we could see highs around -11.
Milestones, brought to you by Coolman's Flower Shop. Colorful, fresh designs for any occasion.
Happiest 28th birthday goes out to Francis. Have an amazing day. Love Mama, Papa, and the whole family.
And a happy 9th birthday goes out to Michaela. Love from Papa, Mama, Kuya JL, and Kuya Hesron.
Madeline's turning 11. Happy birthday. Love from your whole family. Hope you have a great day.
Submit your milestone at ctvedmonton.ca under Your Morning. You could win a $100 gift card to Coolman's Greenhouse, which we draw for every week.
This Christmas story was written in 1939 for Chicago-based Montgomery Ward department stores. The author, Robert May, based it on his childhood. He was taunted by other children for being the smallest boy in class, and May considered Rollo and Reginald as the name for the main character before settling on Rudolph. The answer is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The news you need to start your day begins right now.
Here on Wednesday, December 17th.
Give yourself a little bit extra time to get to work or wherever you're going.
The flakes are now flying. A parking ban is in place, and the city says it is ready for the snow and the wind, anticipating another tough day on the roads.
This is an incredible hit to Alberta's economy.
Skate Canada says it will no longer hold national and international events in Alberta because of provincial laws regarding transgender youth.
Definitely different. Super weird.
Stuart Skinner's Pittsburgh debut spoiled by the Oilers, and a former teammate reaches a major milestone. Your morning starts right now. Just after 8 o'clock, welcome to your Wednesday morning, Edmonton. It is a Wednesday morning that is continuing to change hour by hour and minute by minute because of the snow. A parking ban is in place this morning as the city gets ready for the snow and the wind. Upwards of 20 centimeters expected. And to prepare, the parking ban is in place on major roads and bus routes. Both the city and private plows will be out trying to clear the roads and the sidewalks as this starts to pile up. Now, the Edmonton International Airlines says that preemptively airlines have canceled a number of flights as they anticipated this storm. More than 24 have been canceled so far. The airport says it's actively monitoring. Will continue to provide updates throughout the day. We will be watching very closely as well. The airport is advising people to check their flight status before coming to the airport. But here's a look at all of these cancellations as of 8 o'clock this morning. So just minutes from now. This is all up to date. You can see them all up there to various different cities, both arrivals and departures. So if you are flying today or picking someone up, it's best that you keep watching Your Morning and check the website for more information. So let's bring in Corey for more on this as it continues to develop here, Corey. So we're monitoring this in the city, but around the city as well.
Yeah, and it is intensifying right now. Our visibility has been reduced quite a bit as the snow continues to fall. There's moments when the camera is shaking around. We are experiencing some windy conditions as well. So that will also reduce visibility, blowing snow, and could make conditions on the roads even more tricky. Let's take a look at the satellite radar. It looks like the southeast corner is getting a bit of a break from the snow, but we're seeing it throughout much of the city. Heavier to the west and to the south. So if you are going to be traveling west on the Yellowhead or south on the QE2, give yourself some extra time and maybe delay yourself or your trip just because the conditions are going to worsen. We are under a snowfall warning, 10 to 20 centimeters. Areas to the east, a winter storm warning. Add in some strong winds. Conditions are going to become quite poor throughout the day. I have more on that coming up in about 5 minutes, Kent.
Okay, we will monitor closely. Thank you, Corey. Well, Premier Danielle Smith is calling a decision by Skate Canada to halt national and international events in Alberta disgraceful and is expecting the organization to adjust its policy. Skate Canada says it made this decision because of the province's gender identity rules in sports. CTV's Nicole Lampa is live with the latest on this morning. So, Nicole, how does this impact our province's figure skaters?
Well, Kent, our province's figure skaters will still be able to participate in Skate Canada's programming and competitions, but there will not be any Skate Canada national or international competitions in our province, like one held here at the Terwillegar Rec Centre right behind me just this past February, which attracted nearly 300 young athletes. The Alberta NDP says that she expects more sports organizations to follow suit.
Unfortunately, I think they may just be the first of many.
The national governing body for figure skating in Canada says it considers a range of criteria when selecting host locations, and following a careful assessment of Alberta's Fairness and Safety in Sport Act, Skate Canada has determined it is unable to host events in the province while maintaining its national standards for safe and inclusive sport. The Alberta law restricts transgender athletes from participating in female-only sports. It also requires female athletes to sign a document confirming their gender identity. The law can no longer be challenged in court because of the province's recent use of the notwithstanding clause. An Alberta senator who is also an educator and LGBTQ2S+ advocate says this decision will impact more than our province's sports tourism industry.
And we've heard from many kind of cultural, not only sporting events, but festivals who are really thinking twice about bringing their entertainment to Alberta.
Alberta's sports minister says Skate Canada is denying female athletes opportunities to compete on a safe and level playing field. Now, Premier Danielle Smith also says she expects Skating Canada to apologize, saying the organization is offside compared to the international community, pointing to the International Olympic Committee, which she says is moving in the same direction as Alberta. Kent.
Okay, Nicole, thank you. Police are looking for the driver of a pickup truck involved in a multi-vehicle hit and run that sent 5 young people to hospital. The crash happened just after 9 yesterday morning on 132nd Avenue and 86th Street. Police say the driver of the Dodge truck hit a Honda CR-V with 4 teens who attend O'Leary High School inside. Their vehicle was pushed into another car with a woman and child inside, and then that car hit 2 parked vehicles. 1 teen suffering serious injuries, the others treated in hospital with minor injuries. Now, the truck is described as an early 2010s black Dodge Ram with front end damage. Anyone who sees it or has further information should contact Edmonton Police. The province has given a St. Albert daycare a probationary license. In a press release, the government spokesperson says St. Albert Daycare Centre at 6 Cunningham Road has had ongoing compliance issues with provincial standards, including supervision. The Ministry of Education and Childcare is imposing the safety plan to ensure adequate supervision for children at the centre. Daycare staff have until March 13th next year to meet provincial standards, or their license will be revoked. The Edmonton Oilers rolled into Pittsburgh last night, taking on their recent trade partner, the Penguins. The Oilers' new goalie facing off against their old goalie. Before the game, Connor McDavid with some love for Stuart Skinner, seeing each other for the first time since he was traded on Friday. Starting for Edmonton, Tristan Jarry, who spent a decade in the Penguins organization. Skinner joked that the two should have swapped helmets. Oilers get to Skinner on the power play. Midway through the first, Zach Hyman puts the loose puck home. Leon Draisaitl's assist on the play. Point number 1,000 of his career, the team pouring onto the ice to celebrate right in front of Stuart Skinner. Just seconds after that, it is Connor McDavid who goes through basically everybody. He scores to make it 2-0 at that point. 6-4 is the final score. Jarry gets the win for the Oilers. Skinner with 22 saves in his Pittsburgh Penguins debut.
It was definitely different. Super weird, like taking a nap and thinking that I'm playing the old team. So, but yeah, so the first period, I feel like for the first 5 minutes, I kind of had to settle my game in and calm my mind down. And as the game went on, I think I did a better and better job at that.
Regarding Draisaitl's 1,000 points, Skinner said congratulations, but wished it was against somebody else. Draisaitl had 4 points on the night. Oilers are in Boston tomorrow. Main story of the morning, though, is this snow as it sweeps through, Corey, and we're at the beginning of it now. How long is it going to last?
It's going to last right up and through the supper hour, and then we should see things taper off quite a bit as it pulls off to the east. But we're seeing the snow now. It's obscuring our view of downtown a little bit as we take a look at the satellite radar. A little bit of a break, it looks like, on the south side of the city in the snow. We're still seeing it on the north side. That will fill in again, and we will see it as we go throughout the day today. As far as amounts, we could see 10 to 20 centimeters. Temperature right now, -14, feeling like -22. At the airport, -16, feeling like -27. So the winds around 30 kilometers per hour. Gusts are closer to 40. Giving quite the chill, also reducing visibility as that's going to be blowing across the highway, especially on the QE2 near the airport. Could be causing some slick conditions there. -17, so our temperature dropping today. Again, 10 to 20 centimeters. And then through the supper hour, the snow should push off to the east. Tomorrow, -21 to start, -12 for a high. Thursday overnight into Friday morning, we could see some more snow. And then Friday, another temperature drop throughout the day, -20 into the afternoon. That sets the tone for the days to follow as far as daytime highs. I'll have those details. Your 5 and 10-day forecast still to come. Kim.
All right. Thank you very much, Corey. A basic yet eye-catching Christmas display has been set up in North Edmonton. It's a nod to a classic Christmas movie and a tribute to family. Sean Kearns hangs this lone, large red ornament from a roadside tree on 58th Street. He does it in late November before his parents visit from Nova Scotia. Kearns says this tree, it has the perfect lean to replicate an iconic scene from his mom's favorite Christmas movie.
Growing up, my mom's favorite Christmas holiday movie was Charlie Brown Christmas. It doesn't need anything else, unless I could get a big blue blanket to go around the bottom, of course.
This is the second year in a row Kearns has done this. So from Kearns in North Edmonton to the Reinhardts in Camrose, we have been showing off our semifinalists all this week, leading up to the final, which will be live from tomorrow. Very exciting. So Christopher has done a fantastic job just setting up the front. But what I really loved about this one is that when you walk through that giant ornament display there, he invites everybody to come into the backyard. He has shoveled a pathway for you to see some of these displays up close and personal. If you are in the Camrose area, if you're planning to visit family there this upcoming holiday season, you can text us at 10400 and I will send you the exact address. Christopher, man, you got Christmas spirit and you deserve to be part of our semifinalist crew.
Yeah, that is awesome stuff. Looking forward forward to the winner tomorrow, too. Thank you to everybody who has submitted. That has certainly brightened up a rather dark December, weather-wise.
Yes,
so let's take a look at the roads, Kim. We've got to get to this. This is a live look this morning through the lens of our man, Cam Weeb. Today is Cam's last day before retirement, and he's going out with the camera that he started with. He's been showing you this city in all its different ways and capacities for 28 years now. His camera today is an Ikegami HC340, which was a news service from the late 90s to the early 2000s. Cam's one of the only people that can use this kind of tech, and we're happy he's doing it and has been doing it with his camera and his drone here on Your Morning. Let's go to other cameras here. This is 53rd Avenue, White Mud Drive. There is a crash nearby that is impacting traffic, and that's why you're seeing things slow down. There's a crash that we just found out about eastbound on the Henday after 66th Street. Also crashes westbound Collingwood Road before the Henday, eastbound White Mud Drive before 53rd, southbound 75th near Wagner Road. So things are really starting to deteriorate as we finish up rush hour. The snow is flying, visibility was reduced, the conditions on the roads are tough. Give yourself space, give yourself time, and give each other some grace out there. We can only get where we're needing to go safely if we work together out there today. Coming up after the break, we've got it back. The pictures and the celeb seller giving up part of her Los Angeles compound, earning a new celebrity neighbor. Can you guess who it is? That's coming up after the break.
Here's a look at your Edmonton gas prices, coming down a little bit from yesterday. The average gas cost $1.14.5. Highest gas price, that hasn't changed. It's still $1.21.9. If you're looking for some cheap gas, Domo, Prince Elizabeth Avenue, 98.8 cents a liter.
Gas prices brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
We're in the Trail Appliances kitchen. Trail Appliances is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Christmas can be a tough time to eat healthy. We all kind of know that, but you can get a healthy start at least each day. We welcome registered dietitian Emily Mardell with a nutritious breakfast idea. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is so true. Very heavy meals, lots of snacks, and maybe we can start the day right. What are we going to be making this morning?
So this is a make-ahead breakfast that I like to make all winter long, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more festive with the vibe of what's in season and what kind of speaks Christmas or holiday time to me. So we're going to make a baked oatmeal. It's make ahead. It's economical, pantry friendly, and because we're infusing it with flavors of the season, we're going to add some orange zest, some cranberry, and it's going to be delicious.
Why would you say this is a good start, a good way to start our day?
Well, when you think about the things that you kind of need in the morning, you need fiber, you need protein, you need satiety, or just that sense of satisfaction, right? So oats are the unsung hero of the pantry. If you think about it, they're a good source of fiber, they're a good source of B-complex vitamins, iron, and they're really going to give you some staying power. And that's the thing. I joke with some of my athletes and active families, like holiday shopping is almost like a sport itself, and, being around family and that sort of thing. So if you can anchor your morning with some good, solid nutrition, you should, and oats is a good place to start.
Okay.
If you don't like, traditional oatmeal too, we're baking it. So we're making it
Give
like
it a try,
dessert. We're baking it. You can't go wrong, right? So what's in it, I'll show you here. I just have kind of the mise en place, if you will. The dry ingredients, again, are oats. I can add some flour to it as well, just to kind of help it fluff up and bind itself. But if you don't want to add the flour, you can add just chia, just a good quarter cup of chia in here will be great. Some spices, a little bit of baking powder. In the wet ingredients, we have your milk of choice, dairy or a plant-based alternative, a vanilla yogurt, some eggs, maple syrup, and I added a zest of a good navel orange, a great big navel orange, and then the cranberries. Now, cranberries are near and dear to my heart,
They
right?
are. This is a very cool connection. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so when my dad retired from his sales job, he took up a very interesting hobby. He's now a cranberry farmer.
Okay,
so
that is very
I think we have
different.
a picture. It's amazing. And when you see the harvest, the end of October, it's just like one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see. And, I like to think, if I wear my daughter's hat for a second, it's like these cranberries. My dad farmed these cranberries, right? So the connection to food and family really comes through, over the holidays, right? And I'll invite you now that the batter, for the magic of TV, we have the batter together. I made this last night.
Okay,
so it does
thicken up a bit.
It thickens up. We're going to put it into a baking sheet. Now, I lined it with a little bit of parchment because that just makes it nice and easy for serving. This can be made individual, like I have here, if you want to see what just came out of the oven. But super, super simple. I'll take that from you.
Make a mess. Clean
That's
that up
okay.
a bit.
Now, because the orange zest is already in here, the thing we want to add to it is the cranberry, like I was talking about. So cranberries are a great source of antioxidants. Now, I amped it up a bit because you know I can't help myself, right?
Yeah.
I made a cranberry compote. Now, this is just cranberries stewed down with a little bit of orange zest, some chia, and just whatever sweetener you like. I like brown sugar because I like to have a little bit of a caramel vibe, just a background note to it. So you're just going to kind of
So you put that in there.
swirl this baby around.
Okay.
Throw in some of these washed cranberries because I like how they burst, and I like how it actually, you get that little extra tartness as well, and a little bit of orange zest just on the top. Why not? Pop this in the oven. You don't have to miss out on anything that's going on with the family. You just pop it in the oven for about 20 minutes. It's going to come out. Serve it hot. Serve it with an orange glaze. Maybe you could add some juice, a little bit of powdered sugar. Some more of the vanilla yogurt would be wonderful, but it is just going to feel like a hug in a bowl, and it's wonderful.
It looks, even the small one looks fantastic, so this is going to look amazing. Emily, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you. And enjoy your cranberries. Maybe they're from her father. You can learn more about Emily and find some of these recipes at getjoyful.com. Here's the view from the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace, fixed rider, it's free, -14. And I had Kim just tell me that traffic is really bad. So not great on the Edmonton roads. The snow and the wind are affecting driving conditions, so be careful out there. We are at -14. It feels like -22. Fort McMurray, Fort Chippewa, -29, -38. They are under an extreme cold warning. Areas in blue in the northern parts of the province. Wind chill values approaching -40. Grand Prairie, Grand Cache, Whitecourt, Edson, to us here in Edmonton, snowfall warning, upwards of 20 centimeters. Areas to the east, southeast, 10 to 15, but factor in the stronger winds, reduced visibility. Winter conditions are going to be even worse in those areas. And then Red Deer areas north of Calgary. Blowing snow warning is in place. So if you're going to be heading south or west and then eventually east, road conditions probably not going to be very good. Seeing some snow up towards Grand Prairie and Spirit River, Whitecourt, Westlock, us here in Edmonton, Drayton Valley and Camrose, seeing the snow right now. It's eased slightly, but that is filling in. And we will see the snow fall continuously throughout the day, heaviest around the lunch hour and then easing as we go throughout the supper hour. 10 to 20 centimeters, temperature -17.
Hello there, Kara Wagland inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Tuesday. And for it, we take you to Pittsburgh. Oilers and Penguins, we've seen this one before. Connor McDavid picking up a whole lot of speed past center ice. Blows by all 4 Pittsburgh defenders. Undresses his former teammate Stuart Skinner. I mean, just an unbelievable goal from McDavid, using that elite speed we know and love to break through and finish off in style. Add that to his already long highlight reel. It is your must-see moment from Tuesday. And coming up tonight on TSN, we have World Juniors pre-competition action. We have Canada taking on Sweden. Puck drop for that one gets underway at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now from SportsCenter. Have a great day.
TSN Must-See Moment, brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
Look at what has arrived.
Hooray!
We promised it was coming, and here it is. We have the pictures back in California. One celebrity seller selling a piece of their compound to a different celebrity. So now they're neighbors with some royals down the street. Let's take a look. Oh, my goodness, it is nice. This is Montecito, part of a 66-acre compound. So that's the whole thing. This is part of it, which is, the sort of thing you can have when you're a billionaire. Spanish Revival Ranch is how they describe this. It's been restored and renovated in the 6 years the seller has owned it. 2 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 3,500 square feet of living space. Nice place to curl up with your book club. maybe watch some daytime TV.
Okay.
You get it. Oh, what a kitchen as well. This green backsplash is, I like that.
I like it too. It's a lot of wood. It's a lot of wood.
It sure is. Well, it's a Spanish Revival ranch.
Yeah.
You need it.
It doesn't mean the cabinets need it too, but okay.
This is all across one level. Take you out to the courtyard. Red brick, fire pit, multiple guest houses, and a barn with horse stables as well.
What a dream.
I know that.
What a dream.
Nice. Here is the pool with a spillover spa. No misery here.
Okay.
You know?
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
We found out earlier this is for sale for Actually, this was an off-market deal, so it didn't even go on the market. Okay. But this is what they agreed to, $17.2 million. This house was Jeff Bridges before the seller bought it. The new buyers said a beautiful goodbye to their house that was originally built by Rob Lowe. So it's just all going
like
between the celebrities right now.
Club, right? There's only a few people that can afford.
So we were asking on the text line, but you got this early in the few clues. Who is selling this property?
Oprah.
It is Oprah.
The one and only.
It is Oprah's place, which was, part of the compound. So she still lives on the property. Technically, like she bought up a bunch of houses, so she's letting go of this one. But who bought it? Extra clues in there for who purchased the place.
Kathy Bates.
Or Stephen King.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kathy.
I'll go Stephen King.
Okay.
No.
Wait, what?
Adam Levine. Misery. Is a Maroon 5 song.
Darn.
Beautiful Goodbye is also a Maroon 5 song. Adam Levine and his wife.
Oh, man.
Mrs. Levine.
Mrs. Victoria's Secret Levine.
That's right. Yeah. They just bought it. They sold their house that Rob Lowe built for a lot more money, actually, and then off-market deal with Oprah for this place. That's how it works when you're a celebrity. It's time for us to take a break. Shoot. We'll be right back.
Your Morning Edmonton's Kitchen, provided by Trail Appliances and KitchenAid.
Good morning, just after 8:30 here on a Wednesday morning, a wintry Wednesday morning as this snowfall continues to progress. We've watched it all morning long, Corey, and it's certainly not ending anytime soon.
No, not until we get into the supper hour. And with that said, roads have fallen apart, many collisions. The conditions not great. We've got wind as well, so blowing snow. It's going to be heavy at times, especially around the lunch hour, and then we've got cold days to follow. I have your 5-day coming up in about 6 minutes, Kim.
It's the season of sparkles, spicy scents, snowflakes, and probably a little stress. We have a best-selling author and neuroscientist to explain the secret of why your brain loves the holidays and brain-based tips to hijack that anxiety. We'll have more on that coming up in a few minutes. First, the news you need to start your day. Kent, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kim. A parking ban will be in place later today as the city deals with the piles of snow and the chilling wind. As Corey's been talking about, it is making its way through now. Upwards of 20 centimeters expected today. To prepare, the city issued a parking ban for major roads and bus routes that starts at 7 tonight. Both the city and private plows will be out clearing the roads. In fact, they're out right now, clearing roads and sidewalks. But as Corey mentioned, the commute has been tough. We're going to get to more on that in a moment. But first, the Edmonton International Airport says airlines have preemptively canceled a number of flights anticipating this storm. More than 24 flights canceled so far. That is coming into Edmonton and flying out of Edmonton. The airport says it will actively provide further updates throughout the day. We will be closely monitoring this as well to make sure that you know what you need to as you head out to the airport or perhaps stay home this morning. But it's a developing situation. We'll continue to update you through the day here and online. Premier Danielle Smith is calling a Skate Canada decision disgraceful after the organization decided to halt national and international events in Alberta over our province's gender and sports law. CTV's Nicole Lampa is live with the latest on this morning. So Nicole, how many Skate Canada events does this impact?
Well, Kent, there are none scheduled for Alberta right now. However, there have been 3 Skate Canada national competitions in our province over the past couple of years, 2 in Calgary, and one was just held recently right behind me at the Terwilliger Rec Center, which attracted 300 young figure skaters back in February. An Alberta senator who is also an educator as well as an LGBTQ2S plus advocate is weighing in on Skate Canada's decision.
And I do believe that this is just the beginning of a movement for many organizations.
The national governing body for figure skating in Canada says it considers a range of criteria when selecting host locations, and following a careful assessment of Alberta's Fairness and Safety in Sport Act, Skate Canada has determined it is unable to host events in the province while maintaining its national standards for safe and inclusive sport. The Alberta law restricts transgender athletes from participating in female-only sports. It also requires female athletes to sign a document confirming their gender identity. The law can no longer be challenged in court because of the province's recent use of the notwithstanding clause. The Alberta NDP believe this will have a wide-ranging impact to our province's tourism and sport industry.
This is an incredible hit to Alberta's economy. Tourism and sport is really important in Alberta. We've got such incredible facilities. We've got incredible landscapes here to participate in sports.
Alberta's sports minister says by choosing to forego events in Alberta's world-class venue, Skate Canada is denying female athletes opportunities to compete on a safe and level playing field, while Premier Danielle Smith says she expects an apology and for Skate Canada to adjust its policy. So despite this boycott for Alberta, Skate Canada says figure skaters from our province are still able to participate in Skate Canada's programming and competitions. Kent.
Okay. Nicole, thank you. Edmonton police are supporting the city's bid to bring back photo radar. Provincial regulations forced Alberta municipalities to stop sending tickets for speed on green violations in January. Data is still collected from the devices, and the city says that data shows an increase in the number of drivers speeding through intersections. Police say they are also witnessing higher speeds and more aggressive driving. Officers say an automated enforcement is an effective tool to help keep roads safe when they can't be there in person.
If people are aware that there's a chance that they're going to get a ticket, I would like to think that most people are going to change their behavior, change their driving pattern when they're driving in an area that is susceptible to automated enforcement.
The province is reviewing requests to reactivate speed on green cameras at 2 of the more than 80 intersections equipped with the technology here in Edmonton. And the Alberta government will be test driving a plan to increase highway speed limits. An online survey found 68% of respondents supported increasing highway speed limits from 110 kilometers an hour to 120. The province says it will launch a controlled trial on some rural divided highways next year. New data shows more Canadians are being caught up in immigration crackdowns in the United States.
From what I've seen, we're looking at very minor criminal infractions, but sufficient to attract the radar of U.S. enforcement.
According to numbers released by American Immigration and Customs Enforcement, known as ICE, more than 200 Canadians have spent time in custody at some point since January, compared to 137 people in 2024. At least 6 of those detained were children. 94 were people detained for not having valid visas. Many say in the past, those people would have just been denied entry and not detained. The Stollery is changing the way it celebrates treatment milestones, with cancer patients no longer holding bell-ringing ceremonies in the hospital. This tradition on many cancer units for patients is to ring a large bell, celebrating the shift from treatment to recovery. The ritual often involves family and friends. During the pandemic, staff at the Stollery reassessed the bell-ringing tradition and found it can expose vulnerable patients to germs, and they can be intensive to patients who are not in the recovery phase of their cancer journey.
Some families really, again, they really love the bell ringing, but there are others that really don't, and it is a trigger for them. And so how do we just not make it as kind of a standard thing that happened, but how do we actually change it to be more customized and meaningful for those individuals?
Now, patients are given a small bell to take home with them through a partnership with the Kids with Cancer Society. That organization still offering patients the big bell at its facility. Families can also request the ring the bell at the Stollery, but now it happens away from the cancer unit. And in just a few hours, you can relish the opportunity to pick up tickets for next year's Pickle Fest, making its Edmonton debut in the fall. It all started in Toronto a couple of years ago, expanding to Vancouver last year. Organizers say you can expect local vendors, pickle-themed drinks and food, entertainment, even a home pickling contest. Pickle Fest co-owner says he loves seeing different generations come together, enjoying the festival, and says many people and cultures are connected to pickles, including his own.
I think it's just something that brings people together, and it's in, everybody's family. I mean, my Uncle Brian, Eli's father, makes pickles. He's been making pickles for 40 years. And I think it's just kind of, everybody knows somebody in their family, their friends who make pickles. And I think that's kind of why we do this.
The celebration of fermentation comes to Fan Park on October 17th.
8:39, you're taking a live look at the river valley right now. The view obscured by the snow that is falling. We've also got some wind. Very poor conditions developing here in the city. We've been expecting it. The snow will continue to fall throughout the day. Right now, falling throughout much of the city. It's the north side of the city where it is a little bit heavier right now. Heavier out towards Seba Beach and Drayton Valley. This will be falling, as I said, throughout the day, but it could be a little bit heavier as we get into the lunch hour. Stony Plain, -17, -16 at the airport. Elk Island, -17 and -14 at the Blatchford Station. Wind gusts right now, 33 here in the city, 37 at the airport, making it feel colder. Feeling like -22 for us in the city, feeling like -27 at the airport. Elk Island, the wind chill, -29. So not only are we dealing with snow, we're dealing with wind, making it feel a lot colder. Our temperature will drop to -17. As far as the snow, we'll start to ease and push to the east as we go throughout the supper hour. 10 to 20 centimeters expected. Tomorrow, -21 to start, -12 for a high. Thursday overnight into Friday, we could see some more snow. Temperature dropping through the day on Friday, -20 into the afternoon. And then there is your weekend forecast. Very cold in the mornings, -27, -28, highs of -21 and -22. A new country music experience is coming to Edmonton. Boots and Hearts West is at the Fan Park Ice District, August 28th and 29th of 2026. We are giving you the chance to win a pair of 2-day VIP passes. Enter at ctvedmonton.ca. Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. You're looking live at the road, Stony Plain and 184th Street as things continue to deteriorate out there. And shout out to the camera we're using today. This is the setup here. This camera is from the late 1990s, was in commission in the news until the early 2000s. This was the first camera used by our Cam Weeb. It has a wooden tripod. Cam has been behind the camera at CTV here in Edmonton for 28 years, and he's retiring today. What a career, covering multiple Oilers playoff runs, including 2006 and most recently, elections, the Fort McMurray fires. He started the drone program that you enjoy on Your Morning, literally ground up from Cam. His contributions to this city and this organization and this newsroom are fantastic. It's been a privilege to have him here on Your Morning. Cam, you can hear us right now. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being a friend to all of us. And good luck in your retirement. Now, we got to get to the rest of the roads, and it is really tough out there. A number of collisions, all of them causing delays. Eastbound on the Henday on the southeast, Highway 16 after Winterbird, northbound Gateway Boulevard, 99th Street at 51st, southbound 170th Street, Collingwood Road westbound after the Henday, eastbound Whitemud, southbound 75th Street. It is tough out there again, everybody, and it's going to continue to be tough throughout the rest of the day. Be kind, be courteous, give yourself time and space, and we'll get through this all together. Still ahead, holidays mean a lot of things to people, joy and anxiety, and it's all inside our brains. And neuroscientists will be here talking about how you can enjoy the season and the science inside your own brain.
Wake up with Your Morning Edmonton. Brought to you by CIR Realty. Making real estate easy in Edmonton, Red Deer, and Central Alberta.
'Tis the season of sparkles, spicy scents, snowflakes, and maybe just a bit of added stress in there. Best-selling author and neuroscientist Sarah Baldeo is here to share the secret of why your brain loves the holidays and key brain-based tips to hijack that anxiety. Good morning, Sarah. Always a fascinating conversation when it's with you.
Thanks so much for having me, Kim. I see you guys are getting all the holiday snow in Edmonton.
Yeah, and we're dealing with it with all the sparkle that we have on the set right now, right? Why does the brain love sparkles so much?
Now, as you can see behind me, I am in the holiday sparkle spirit, and a couple of things are happening in your brain. As you see all these decorations and these trees and these glitters all around you, what's happening is it's visual stimuli and it's novelty, right? We don't see this all year, so you get a huge dopamine spike. But what's really fascinating is we have an innate reaction to sparkle because of an evolutionary mechanism. Think about thousands of years ago when our ancestors were trying to find fresh water. The brain reacts to sparkle because it reminds us of fresh water. So that reflection of light that you see on water is called caustics. That flickering that we see is called a scintillating reaction. And so your brain is tricked into having the same evolutionary response that your ancestors did when they came across fresh water, which was a hugely important thing thousands and thousands of years ago.
Sarah, that is so cool. I love how that you just broke it down for us way back when to our ancestors. Yeah. Many of us also love the scents like pine from a fresh tree. Is there a reason for that?
So I am, born and raised Canadian. I have been out there at the tree farm with my saw, cutting down a tree. And what you get with pine is exposure to something called terpenes. And terpenes are an organic compound that predominantly come from pine trees. And what's interesting about it is it crosses the blood-brain barrier. It affects the brain by promoting alertness, focus, and memory. And it primarily improves your mood and even the way you think by interacting with the chemicals in your brain called neurotransmitters. And it helps with anti-inflammatory effects. That's why we love the scent of pine so much.
Now, the holidays, as amazing and beautiful it can be, it can also be a very stressful time for a lot of people. Do you have any neuroscience tips to help us out with that?
I do. I have 4 really great tips. Number 1, get outside, especially when it's cold. Even like today, it is in Edmonton. It's quite cold. You get outside, you spike up those endorphins. Your endorphins arm you to deal with high stress, high adrenaline situations. Number 2, on the days when you know you might be around people that are going to frustrate you, that are going to make you more stressed out, try to schedule less to do so that you have the resources and the cognitive capacity to deal with those scenarios. Number 3, I encourage people, establish when your boundaries are being violated. So if you're going to see someone for the holidays and you know you're going to get into it, say to them, listen, I want to enjoy the holidays with you, but I think it's best if we avoid topics X, Y, and Z so we can focus on the joy of the holidays. And number 4, all the parents are going to love this, schedule 15 minutes alone daily. This is imperative. And if you can do it, schedule it at the same time every single day so your brain gets conditioned to look forward to that time of reduced stress on a daily basis.
Sarah, I can already feel my anxiety and my stress levels going down just looking at those tips. Thank you so much for all of that. Enjoy the outdoors. Enjoy the sparkle. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Kim. Thanks for having me.
You can find Sarah's book, 100 Ways to Future-Proof Your Brain, at Indigo Books, and connect with Sarah at sarahbaldeo.com. Well, still ahead, after a close encounter with death, one woman is giving back to a group of strangers who saved her life.
I always thought without them, I wouldn't be here.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Taking a last look at your forecast, it is snowing and it is windy. Reduced visibility, the roads, the quality of the surface deteriorating because of the snow and the wind. Be careful out there. Give yourself a lot of extra space and time today if you do need to head out. Our temperature will fall to -17, and we will see about 10 to 20 centimeters. Looks like heaviest midday around lunch, and then it should ease off and push to the east around supper time. Tomorrow, -21 to start, -12 for a high. Thursday overnight into Friday, some more snow. We could see about 5 centimeters. And then Saturday, Sunday, it's colder. -27, -28 to start, highs of -21 and -22. Even colder for Monday, -30 to start with a high of -24. Closer to Christmas, December 24th and 25th, we could see highs around -11. Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. The Christmas season is a time of giving and gratitude, and one woman has been demonstrating that spirit for decades. It all started with a brush with death. CTV's Adam Sawatsky explains.
Below the clouds, Keiko Mori was vacationing on one of the remote Gulf Islands when she broke her ankle on a hike and fell into a cave.
And I fell about 18 feet. And luckily, there was a rotten log where I landed, surrounded by all rock beds.
Although she was grateful the log broke her fall, Keiko couldn't move and spent an hour and a half on the cave floor before being rescued by members of the Thetis Island Volunteer Fire Department.
It was a horrendous job to come down, put me on a stretcher, carry me all the way up from the cave.
And because there's no hospital on the island, Keiko was transported by boat to be treated for a broken back.
Good news is I was not going to be quadriplegic.
After being bedridden for months back home on the mainland,
some tea.
Keiko mailed a Christmas care package to the volunteers as thanks.
I always thought without them, I wouldn't be here.
And seeing as she's never stopped being grateful for every day, including seeing her son grow up to make her a grandmother, Keiko's never stopped sending the department Christmas gifts.
I believe it's 35 years.
Every year?
Yes, every single year just before Christmas.
Fire Chief Janine Caldback says that even though the original members of the rescue team are long gone, Keiko still sends hot drinks, sweet treats, and a letter updating the current team on how she spent the past year.
We feel like she's part of our family as well, even though nobody has met her. She's important to us, and we're just thrilled that we're important to her.
And Keiko plans to keep sending gifts for as long as she can, because it's important to recognize the volunteers who keep helping whenever they can.
And this year, amazingly, I got this photo from the fire department holding my gifts. That's so great. So I'm going to put in a frame and put on the wall.
A reminder of how this department's life-saving gift 35 years ago keeps giving, by Keiko living every moment of that life with gratitude that can't be contained. Adam Sawatsky, CTV News.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that is so sweet. It's like those updates you get at Christmas.
That is right.
Through the mail, right? But better because it's a care package.
Totally.
Spirit of giving.
Yeah.
Give each other some grace out there, everybody.
See you
We'll get through
tomorrow.
this together.
Yeah, we will.